Welcome back, everybody. I'm Roberto Cabrera with Brown Harris Stevens here in Manhattan, where I've been specializing for nearly 28 years now, and this is your monthly market report for December 2025. And this, I know, it's ridiculous. We're not going to talk about that. So, the mayoral election has most predictions for 2026 in the to-be-determined space. But there's optimism. We do expect liquidity, deal volume, and moderate methodical appreciation. What's happened is that we've experienced low rates and consequently improved sentiment. And that alone will spur activity. Buyers will re-enter the marketplace and sellers who've been waiting to list their properties will start to come in as well. Note, when I say lower rates, it's a relative term. Yes, we're down to 6.5% on a 30-year jumbo compared to 8% 24 months ago, but many still consider this to be elevated, particularly those who are locked into 3%. Regardless, this improvement is material. For both sides of the equation, for buyers and sellers, conditions will be increasingly favorable. And this sets the stage for a very healthy and balanced marketplace. Now, I'll qualify that a bit. Like in baseball, when the tie goes to the runner, in Manhattan real estate, when there's a tie, when market dynamics are essentially equitable between buyers and sellers, the tie goes to the seller. And I say this because the force of demand for property in Manhattan more often than not outstrips supply. Although inventory will flow at an accelerated rate, we're always in this chronically tight environment. So as a buyer, you need to be ultimately prepared, even more than sellers. Note, this increase in demand and deal volume will be the most substantial we've seen in 3 years and will be the source of price appreciation. And again, like I said last month, we don't expect there to be spikes, as it's going to be based in buyer confidence and not speculative purchasing. What we expect is methodical appreciation for years to come. And this pivot towards purchasing should actually ease the pressure on rentals. But that too is relative. We still anticipate strong demand and continued record highs, but at a more reduced acceleration, at a more reduced rate than we've been seeing. And this all, of course, is a very broad stroke. The marketplace is very segmented, most notably the differing performances between the luxury and the mid-market. And it's interesting. Traditionally, when we've had consequential elections, we always see a pause in activity. And then the moment we know the result, regardless of the outcome, only then do we just go back to business as usual. And the deal flow begins to pick up. But this time, oddly, instead of uncertainty, we had certainty, as in we all felt that it was a foregone conclusion who was going to win. So that business as usual got pulled forward. And that is what dominated the deal activity we just experienced this past fall, which was really across the board. Particularly of interest, though, was the luxury market, north of $4 million, where the depth of global wealth and all the cash deals and the subsequent price appreciation was clearly evident and well above the seasonal average. Now, whether this level of momentum persists is to be determined. But anyhow, if you want to talk about this further, let me know. In the meantime, have a great holiday, and I'll see you next time. And don't forget, let's go shopping.